Hey everyone, and welcome to Modern Work Mondays for Frontline Retail. I'm your host, Nolan Wheeler, CEO and founder of Sync Technology. And as always, we have Jeff Strasser, General Manager, Modern Work with Microsoft. Jeff, buddy.
Happy Monday. Good to see you.
Happy Monday. Every Monday, we try to do these in 3 minutes or less. We try. And today we're going to talk about ESLs. So ESLs, or electronic shelf labels, or some folks call them DSLs, digital shelf labels. Big in Europe for a really long time, and we're starting to see a lot more of those. Let's talk about what that means for frontline workers. Like, what does that ESL, DSL mean for the frontline worker in terms of labor and another digital tool to leverage? I've seen some of them blinking to try to find product for an e-commerce fulfillment. Where's that at for frontline?
I think it is an incredible opportunity to change not just how the frontline employee works, but also how the consumer works and how we market to them and how we manage pricing and promotions. So much opportunity because the amount of cost that goes into managing shelf labeling today and pricing and the time to make those changes and the risk of inaccuracies, which happens all the time, just given the volume, it's inevitable. So much opportunity. So your scenario is great, right? If you can go find product when you're doing picking for a grocery delivery, as an example, the time to be able to fulfill those orders is going to be much faster. It's probably going to be more accurate to be sure you're getting the right product. Whether it's comes time to do inventorying, certainly in selling, merchandising, and promotional space. So how does the retail media network now start to integrate into the shelf labels, attracting customers to certain products, whether it's glowing or flashing or blinking or different colors for different types of promotions. So much opportunity just by having that merchandising information space, product information, and so on. So I think the opportunity is incredible. It is all about just the cost and implementation of ESLs that needs to get to a point where it's manageable and sustainable for the retailer. But I think the ideas and the potential that could come from people who are doing these jobs today, not just from kind of the store operations, store support center, are limitless, because that's where the product is and that's where the information is, and that's where the work gets done.
Yeah, no, super interesting. I don't know how much further ESLs are going to fall on a price point, but certainly what's gone parabolic is labor, if you can find it. But I think that's really what's doing it. Like, we're looking at, it's the same narrative around locking showcases. Locking showcases were something whereby everybody accepted that we would have this 37% average drop in sales, as a result of leveraging that. I think now folks are really starting to look at how much labor it costs to manage that locking showcase. What a perfect example actually for ESLs. I mean, if you think about having to replace a paper tag on the shelf, the amount of increased additional labor that goes into replacing those paper tags inside that lock cage, keys, and all the stuff that goes on with that. So yeah, I think for us, it's a labor conversation that's really driving a rapid adoption around ESL.
Yeah, and think about perishable products, right? If there's a oversupply of perishable products in a given store that need to be, we need to incentivize customers more quickly to be able to sell through that product. I mean, the ability to respond to changes in pricing and in the market are unbelievable, and that's what makes it super exciting. I think it gives tremendous flexibility, can reduce waste, can bring better pricing and offers to customers. So it should be a win-win for everybody once there's really broad adoption.
Right on. Well, I mean, NRF around the corner. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of ESL partners, so Microsoft ESL partners. So it'll be cool for you and I to cruise around the show and see some friends and see what's going on in ESL.
I'm sure we will do that.
All right. Thanks a lot, buddy. See you again next Monday.
Thanks, Nolan.